Morning guys, welcome to another phonics video. We're going to do a new plural rule today. The last of our rules really, but first we've got some tricky words to put into some sentences. So we have our five tricky words for this week. We've got push, pull, full, house and hour. And what I want you to do is to pause the video in a minute, copy the sentences down with the correct words in each. When you unpause the video, I will give you the answers, so pause now. Okay, hopefully every single one of you has written the answers. If not, you are cheating, and that's just not funny. So, I will read the word, or I will read the sentence, and then you can put the word in, or we can check that you've got the right word in. And there is a couple where we could have had different answers, so you might be different to me. If we something the stone out of the way, we can open the door. If we push the stone out of the way, if we pull the stone out of the way, if we full the stone out of the way, if we house the stone out of the way, if we hour the stone out of the way. Well, you could have had push or pull for this one, but I am going to write push. And I'm joining my digraph. I really would like to see you doing the same thing now. You're year 2, you're almost year 3. Do you want to come to my something after school? Well, we've done push, so we can cross that one out. Do you want to come to my pull after school? Do you want to come to my full after school? Do you want to come to my house after school? Do you want to come to my hour after school? The obvious one there is house. H-O-U-S-E, ow and s are joined. We can cross that one out. I pretended something dad was a famous movie star. I pretended pull dad was a famous movie star. I pretended full dad was a movie star. I pretended our dad was a movie star. Nice and simple, that one. We can cross that one out. The donut was full of jam or full of jam? Full it is. Which leaves us with the last one as pull. Now, you could have had push here. So if you'd already done pull at the top and you wanted to put push here, you can push a lever. But really you pull a lever and you push a stone. Okay? Well done if you got all of those correct. Okay, on to our new rule. So, what happens when the word ends in an F or an FE? Now I've got 2 examples here of words that end in F. We have one leaf and one hoof, okay, or hoof, depending on where you're from. Now I don't want one leaf, I want lots, and I don't say leaves or hoofs, we say leaves and hooves. So here's my words. Leaves and hooves. What have I done to them? Well, quite simply, just like yesterday where we changed the Y to an I, we're changing an F to a V. Okay? We're changing the F in leaf to a V in leaves, the F in hoof to hooves. If you had an FE on the end, you would still change the F to a V, but you would only have to add the S because you've already got the E in place. And we'll have a look at some of those words in a minute. And it really is as simple as that. So there's no words to write in your book today. We're going to go straight on to our phonics sheet. Okay, so you want this side of the sheet is double-sided. You want to do this side first. Okay, so this is a crossword. We've not really done very many of these before. So I'm going to show you how it works. We're looking at plural words where they end in F, double F and FE, and I'll talk about the double F one in a minute, but we've done about F and FE. So what you've got is some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to 14. Now number 1 goes down, but number 2, the word goes across. And here are our clues. So here are our across clues, 2, 4, 7, 8, and so on. and then we've got our down ones. 1, 3, 5, 6. So let's take 1. Plural of wolf. Okay, so wolf, we start writing w, o, ul, and instead of doing the F, remember when we make it a plural, because that's what it's asking for, we change the F to a V and then add our ES. So wolf becomes wolves. Okay? Right. Now, what happens when you've got the double F? So take cliff, for example. Cliff has a double F in it. When we have a double F like that, it's a bit like the digraph sounds from yesterday. We don't change anything. Okay? We just add an S on the end. So 5 down, here's number 5, and we're going to go down. We're going to put cliff. C-L-I-F-F. Cliff becomes cliffs. Like that. Okay? So I want you to go through now and fill in as much of this crossword as you possibly can using the clues on here. Okay? There is one that I can think of that doesn't follow our rule, but I want you to see if you can work it out yourself. Okay, there is one here, one of these clues that doesn't change the F to a V before adding ES. See if you can work out which one this is. If it doesn't quite fit into the crossword, just carry on and see if you can work out the other ones. Because if you look, number 2 has an L in the 3rd place. So we've got plural here. The L is in the 3rd place. So we know that's right. Fill in as much of that as you can. When you've done that, you will notice that on the back, I've got a word search. Okay? And it's actually the words from the previous crossword. So you can have a go at finding the words from the crossword in this word search. Now, some of them go across, some of them go down. You might find some that go diagonally, but I couldn't find any to begin with, and I've only found a few of those words. So have a go, see if you can find as many of those words in the crossword as possible. No sentences today. Not a lot of sentences this week, to be honest. I just want you to know these rules, and then next week, when we move on to something else, we'll just recap by doing a few sentences. Okay? Right, I will see you tomorrow for the last phonics of the week, and we've got a game to play.